Hey, John here. We work with johnd.net. You want to know why DNA ancestry tests are always going to be inaccurate? Well, I got something to show you. Hey, John here. So real quick, there's been a lot of talk about DNA testing and tracing your ancestry, but I'm here to tell you that you can't figure out where you actually come from by doing a DNA test because of the dilution that happens over time. So just real quick, here's you. 100%. You get 50% from your mother, 50% from your father, and a generation is about every 20 years. Then you have a set of two sets of grandparents. You get 50% from each. Your grandmother, your grandfather, grandmother and grandfather on your mother's side, and grandmother and grandfather on your father's side. So that's 25% that you get. And then you go back to your great grandmother. You get 12.5% from them. And you have eight people in your eight great grandparents. You got 16 great great grandparents. That goes back 100 years. You get 6.25%. Do you have 32 great to the third power grandparents? Do you have 64 great to the fourth power grandparents? You have 128 great to the fifth power grandparents, and then 256 great to the sixth grandparents. Going back 200 years, you get 3.9%. And if you base that on the current year, let's say it's 2022 right now, that goes back to 1822. So just consider whatever year you were born, subtract 200 years, these numbers break down the same way. So you have black folks walking around calling themselves African American, but even if they're great to the sixth power grandparents came from Africa, that's 0.39%. But their mother and father and their grandparents and great grandparents are born here, but yet they walk around calling themselves African American. And if you go back even further than that, 512 great to the seventh power grandparents, going back 220 20 years, that dilutes even more. And we're still in the 1800s. The slave trade started in the 1600s. So, and this isn't just for black folks and African Americans. This is anyone who walks around claiming that. Let me look at the camera here. Anyone who walks around claiming that, we're separate. We're separate people. There's not enough people. If you go back in time, there's less people in the world. As you go back further, you have less people. The pot gets smaller. So there's less people to go around to produce these children. So you have this mixing between the cultures and the races. The only thing is, it just got diluted over time. So you have these white supremacists, you have these pro-blacks, you have these people who have this this ethnic pride. And there's nothing wrong with being proud of your culture or how you look. The problem is that you use that as a way to divide each other when we're all part of this. We're all on this planet to make things better for all of us. We all want the same things. We all want to raise happy and healthy kids. We all want to have a good relationship with our parents. We all want to live a good life. And we can't do that if we let outside forces or we let these differences on the outside separate us. So that's my message for this video. Hope you got some value out of it. And I guess she's like, I'm a marketing guy. She's like, what's this got to do with marketing? Well, it's got to do with bringing everybody together. It's got to do with us working together to create a better world. And we're not going to do that by using politics and religion and color and sex divide us, because that's what makes us weak. What makes us strong is working together, uniting, and doing things in a way that everyone can prosper. So that's it for this video. If you want to work with me, I got a link below this video or a link somewhere around this video. You click on it and find out more what I'm all about. So that's it for this video. Talk to you again soon.